is Tony C Productions, and welcome back to our playthrough of the Testament of Sherlock Holmes. We'll be continuing where we left off, which is in Whitechapel. A couple of things I want to clear up because I made some mistakes on when I mentioned Sherlock Holmes's attire. Sorry, just checking the graphics. Okay, this should be good. Okay. So I mentioned Sherlock Holmes' attire, and I thought that his original attire, at least that Sir Arthur Conan Doyle wrote, wrote Sherlock Holmes' attire as like his usual deerstalker attire, which I thought was his original outfit. But it turns out, so when I did some research, and basically the top hats and the his Inverness cape, which is a form of weatherproof outer coat, something you see in men's fashion during the Victorian era. So the top hat and the Inverness coat, Inverness cape. Sorry, my bad. I thought I said Inverness coat. I meant Inverness cape, or like an outer coat or whatever. This is his original outfit, and the deerstalker outfit was actually like his what people associate Sherlock Holmes as his original or usual attire, or that the mainstream media, like in film and TV series, and people who recognize Sherlock Holmes recognize him through his deerstalker hats and it's still an Inverness cape or outer coat, but it's like a more plaited, like matching the color of his deerstalker hat. But the deerstalker outfit, that was an invention by this actor named William Gillette, who is best known for who's like one of the many actors who portray Sherlock Holmes. He portrayed Sherlock Holmes on stage and in a once lost but now found 1916 silent film version of Sherlock Holmes, which I also mentioned in the in part 1 of my Let's Play video of the Testament of Sherlock Holmes. Or he was a guy who came up with Sherlock Holmes wearing the deerstalker outfit, and not the top hats and Inverness cape outfit, which that was his original outfit in the Arthur Conan Doyle's stories. So yeah, this is his actual original outfit, and the deerstalker one is like his second sort of like well-known outfit. Minus his disguise outfits anyway. And I also noticed that because like in the illustrated book cover of this book I have, which collects two collections of the Sherlock Holmes stories called The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes and The Memoirs of Sherlock Holmes, it shows Sherlock Holmes in his top hat and Inverness cape or outer coat outfit instead of his usual deerstalker outfit, which William Gillette came up with for the Sherlock Holmes character. But now, like especially like in the Basil Rathbone films, the deerstalker outfit is Sherlock Holmes' signature attire, and not the top hat and the outer coat outfit, which was his original attire in the stories. I cleared that up because something I did not know. Of course, I didn't read the Sherlock Holmes stories yet, but I will get to that one of these days. So So that's a fact I did not know. But hey, the more you know. Alright, so let's get back to the game. I have to go to the, what is it? Oh yeah, the Whitechapel Cemetery Hospital, which is right across from the cemetery.
No, it is unnecessary.
Come, my lord, a little coin. Oi!
Oh, I got an achievement for that. Oh, okay, so I guess I just loan money to people, I guess. Alright, just save that. Alright, I guess you can continue talking to people if you want to. I'm just looking around to see if I get any, I guess achievements out of talking with some people, but I guess most of them will say the same thing.
Queue up like everyone else. They'll only hire the first one anyway.
Here's the public dispensary that we're looking for.
Yeah. So we're gonna have to talk to this guy, the one in the wagon, but we'll get to him later. We don't have to worry about him now. For now, let's go to the hospital.
Good day. Please excuse us. Oh, Grant, is it you?
Yes, but wait a moment. Watson, it's been years. Since the Faculty of Medicine, if my memory serves me right.
Yes, we were young and ambitious. I didn't expect to find you here. I thought you had gone to America.
No. I find that I prefer the filth here, amputating gangrenous legs.
Ah,
I'm joking, Watson. Unfortunately, I was unable to leave for Washington. I had to give up surgery. So instead, I crouched down in this rat hole, rubbing shoulders with the world's misery.
Grant, treating those in need is a noble calling. You underestimate the importance of your work.
If you say so. It's true that in the beginning I felt as you do, but as time goes by, the more this cursed area seems like hell. You think that nothing can get worse, and the next day you see that it can. Now famine has hit these poor wretches.
One can't always do as one might prefer when one is a doctor.
Grant, I'd like to introduce you to Sherlock Holmes.
Pleased to meet you. Well, no one comes here by chance, therefore I imagine that you need something in particular. How can I help you?
Dr. Grant, we are in possession of a scalpel which was found in an unusual location. Does it come from your dispensary, as we believe?
From its mark, I'd say it was stolen from us. A lot of things disappear from here, you understand. Life is hard in Whitechapel. When the staff find a way of adding to their salary, they rarely hesitate to do so.
Thank you, Doctor. Farewell, Doctor.
See you soon, perhaps, and take care of yourself.
This stove is hardly working. That would explain the damp around here.
Incredible. My colleague could at least keep a good fire going for his patients.
Like all the sick lying here, this person is very quiet.
Not surprising, Holmes, this person is too weak. She's obviously suffering from malnutrition, and for more than a few weeks now.
Like all the sick.
Not surprising, Holmes.
Like all the...
don't know why I put this clues there if they're gonna say the same thing. Alright. Let's go to the cemetery. Alright, but first we need to talk to the or let's go to the gate of the cemetery first before we talk to that guy.
I'm starving. Help me for pity's sake.
Whitechapel Street. We are in one of the main areas in the district.
Buy my flowers, my lord, for your dear departed.
Okay, we'll go to that later. Let's talk to the guy.
A circulating soup kitchen.
Oi, oi! We're giving out free soup after Mass, right here. Don't hesitate. Come get yours. All thanks to Prince Woodville's kind generosity. A ticket for a hot bowl of bacon soup.
Excuse me, my good fellow.
You don't look like the needy.
We're not here for the soup, we're merely passing through. But I would like to commend you for your good charity.
Nah, it's the Prince of Woodville who's the charitable one. All I'm doing is filling the bowls. For the first time ever in this area, someone's thinking of the poor people here. Look around you. At every street corner, you'll find someone giving out soup, just like me. I grew up here, and I can promise you, it's the first time the toffs have thought about us.
And no one tries to take advantage of this?
No, mister, that's not possible. You have to exchange a ticket against a bowl. The tickets have the day's date on them, and are handed out after Mass. That way no one can cheat. Aren't you going to leave me alone? Can't...
Holmes, the man from the soup kitchen isn't only in voluntary service. Look,
A money game. Closed.
even here, decidedly the poor people have been abandoned to their fate. This cemetery is the very image of Whitechapel. Sinister, frightening, and ill-kept. What a terrible place for one's final rest.
At least hunger no longer gnaws at them.
Distribution for 19th September. Through the generosity of Prince Woodville, a new distribution of soup is being arranged within the Whitechapel area. This voucher is valid for a meal on 19th September in any distribution area. Kurt, don't forget to pick up the tools at the cemetery, and don't be late this time. Grape Ape. Yeah, so with this one, now we can go to the guy in the soup kitchen wagon. And we can also, I think we can get like a clue there and a little achievement from that.
Aren't you going to leave me alone? Can't you see I'm busy? A bowl of good bacon soup isn't for you, gentlemen.
We're looking for two people called Grape Ape and Kurtz. Do you know them?
Can't you see I'm giving out soup? You again. You can't have any soup, you're too rich. It's for the poor, not the toffs.
And what would you say to relieving two toffs of their wallets by giving them a chance at dice?
With great pleasure. What do you want to bet?
Your ring against my friend's superb silver watch.
Holmes! I inherited this watch from my brother. It has a great sentimental value.
Watson, show your watch to our friend here.
Done. Make yourselves at home. All right, mister. First who gets 36 points wins.
By rolling a die, you must reach 36 points in order to win. If you die, show the skull. Okay, yeah, so you keep stacking up the dice with the numbers. And say like you have 1 5 and 2 2s or something like that. So that adds up to not. So you can choose to keep rolling, or you can store your points, which will add up your points racket. And if you get a skull, even when you have your numbers here, if you have a skull, that resets your points, and you don't get any points added to your points racket. So we'll just roll the dice. Okay, 4, 4. We'll just do that. Okay, so he has 1. Yes, you can roll as many times as you want until you get the skull. Okay, he just got that. There we go, that adds up to 36. Yep, we got an achievement for that, and we get information out of them.
We win.
Hey, not so fast. We'll play again.
Out of the question. You have lost. You owe me your ring.
Oh, it means a lot to me, this ring. Me dad gave it me before he died. He choked on his own glass eye. Me mum didn't.
Jesus Christ. I'm pretty sure you might have made this up. It's not really. Not really happening with. Even if it did happen, that's just fucking depressing for this guy.
As this ring holds such sentimental value for you, I will allow you to keep it. What would you say to exchanging that against some information about Grape Ape? That seems like a fair deal, don't you think?
Grape Ape works with us. He usually deals with the tickets, but we haven't seen him for a few days.
Where is he usually to be found?
Well, last time I saw him, he was with his mates from the Dispensary, them that deal with the morgue. Now, that's all I know.
It is quite good enough. Keep your ring, my good man, as a souvenir of your poor father.
A souvenir of me dad, me mum, me sister, and me dog.
One further thing. You said that Grape Ape's friends work at the morgue. Which morgue?
The morgue at the Dispensary. I must say, they got a funny job. They wash the dead, dress them, cut their hair. They clean the blood off the floor, chase the rats, stamp on the cockroaches. Mister, I can tell you, I prefer giving out soup.
There isn't a certain Kurtz amongst the employees.
Listen, we didn't play for info about the whole city. I'm not telling you anything else.
The Dispensary has got its own morgue. Interesting.
Well, yeah, I've just told you so. It's the one that all the undertakers prefer. Think about it. It's just next to the cemetery.
Thank you, my good man. Goodbye.
Yeah, goodbye, mister.
Okay, maybe we can go to the Dispensary now. Maybe we'll go talk to Watson's friend over there. I forgot his name, but we'll talk to him. He will have access to the back door.
Tell me, Doctor, do you have a morgue in your dispensary?
Yes, it is the busiest place in the building.
We would like to see it.
The door at the far end, the one with the unpleasant smell.
Very good.
And one of the unpleasant smell. I mean, it's called morgue for a reason. It's not like it smells like perfume. Okay, do we have any keys? No, we can just open it.
Look, Holmes. A list of the recently dead. How sad.
I see names that have something in common.
Okay, lists of the recent deaths from the morgue to the cemetery. Sarah Ferguson, 56 years old, died of malnutrition. Oliver Boxwell, 14 years old, died of malnutrition. David Levy, 45 years old, died of malnutrition. Sally Petticoat, 17 years old. John Hamilton, 19 years old, same cause of death, suicide by poisoning. To be buried in the same part of the cemetery. They were going to be married. James Barnaby, 32 years old, killed by 23 knife wounds. Harry Copperfield, 65 years old, died of exhaustion and malnutrition.
I understand now why my colleague keeps quiet about his morgue. This place is a real mess.
Concentrate, Watson. We must look for clues about Grape Ape's friends.
Oh yeah, I also seen illustrations of this anatomy before. Now this one is like a reference to Saint Bartholomew, who had his I guess like skin skinned off basically, and it's just showing his red meat anatomy. So yeah.
Look at the state of the instruments. They've probably never been cleaned.
I need something. This is Kurtz's overall, so he really does work at the morgue. Strange that he left his overall here.
Holmes, this is Kurtz. We've just found one of the Bishop of Knightsbridge's murderers.
I need something. Perfect. Two keys. A small metal stem.
Well, well, this Kurtz was carrying a lot of things.
Alright, now we can head to back to the cemetery.
Let us see if the elements analyzed in Baker Street and this cemetery have something in common. This rope is only worn on one side. This rope is only worn on one side. The rope used to tie up the Bishop of Knightsbridge came from this cemetery. It is only worn on the one side because it is used to lower coffins into graves. A small iron bar is left inside the lock. Perfect. It's open. Here, this hut is on the map. Let us search it from top to bottom, Watson.
Oh, what a jumble!
There's an axe here, or hatchet. Axe is a little bit bigger than the hatchet. Alright, so we're gonna need something.
Bags filled with nails. There are a lot of them. Well, really.
Look, this chest has been nailed to the floor. Look, this chest has... Look, I can see a large crack. I'll need something thin. A hole was drilled a short while ago. There is a sack inside this hole. Let us see what is inside it.
Valuable objects. But what are they doing here?
Look at these aren't important. Got this note here. Note from the cemetery bands. I wanted to do what you told me to do, but it didn't all fit in. So I've closed the chest and I've hidden the rest with Romeo and Juliet, the two newcomers. So he's talking about I guess the two married couple that we saw in the morgue in the morgue list, and that they were buried in the same grave.
We are making headway. How do we know what this means?
This message confirms that we are on the right track.
Bags filled with nails. There are a lot of them. Well, really.
We got everything we need. Yep. Alright, so now let's go through here. Alright, so this tells us where we can find the Romeo and Juliet grave, which is actually... I think it's Sally and John, because of the symbol, so... I think we need to look for something with the same symbol. I think. Or at least there was like a note that said that, I don't know. Yeah, I think we need notes before we come to that conclusion. I don't know where we can find it. Oh, right here. There we go. Note to all employees. Fell the lover's tree to make place for another grave. If the famine doesn't end, we can expect a lot of customers. Chief P. Long. Yeah, that's the tree we saw earlier. Yeah, I was just ahead on the problem solving. Sorry about that. So now we check this tree. The one we're looking for is this one. And now we find a grave, which is not that one, but this one. Now we use the... Oh, I think we grabbed the shovel, I think. Did we grab the shovel? Yes. Now we grab the shovel.
This shovel belongs to the cemetery workers. You frighten me, Holmes.
And we just select a shovel by using the scrolling button and use it on here.
This must be the grave. Dig quickly, Watson.
Very well, Holmes. Look, a metal box.
Now this puzzle is probably the worst one out of the bunch.
On this box is rather sophisticated.
This box comes from a bank. The criminals must have held on to it after a hold-up.
I say it's hard, not because it's hard to figure out, because so you see the numbers over here. So you're supposed to match up these numbers with these, which is the code. But the problem is, at least for me anyway, it's a pain in the ass to do this. So this may take me a while. But I will fast forward, so you don't just see me suffer through this crap. Or I'll just cut it to when I solve it. But it's basically just trying to mismatch and stuff. And I'll show you how it is. So basically, you can only move 2 numbers. And there's like these slides here that you can move around. And so basically you do that, and then you can select some other pair, like this one for example, and then slide it up here. And then you can switch these around. It doesn't have to be just these sets like 7-5 or 3-4. You can also do like that and then switch that about. But the problem is it's a real pain in the ass because basically because of how annoying just flipping through this crap is. It's very time consuming, but also very very annoying to say the least. Like sometimes you'll have words stuck together, anything like that. So I'm just gonna try to get the 2 here. So yeah, I'll be right back, guys. It's basically like trying to get these numbers in between. It's very annoying. Especially like switching these around. That's the worst part about it. So I got these here, but these are switched around. So.
There we are. It is simplicity itself.
These candlesticks are undoubtedly stolen.
This key must be important to be hidden here. A hammer covered in blood.
Holmes, there is someone in that hut.
I saw, Watson. Come, and keep your revolver at the ready, just in case. Let us see if the elements analyzed in Baker Street and this cemetery have something in common. Granite. Black paint. These stones are of the same granite. The same black paint covers these stones. This black painted stone is identical to the fragments found in the rope which we analyzed at Baker Street and in the footprints of the Bishop of Knightsbridge's murderers. Open up. We're not the police. Do not be alarmed.
That's a strange way of reassuring someone. Holmes, they are children. My God, one of them is hurt.
What you want? Don't come any closer. Are you the police?
Don't be afraid. I am a doctor. I'm going to look at your friend's wound.
Wait, Watson. I've got some questions to ask these children.
This is urgent, Holmes. In this filthy place, the risk of infection is very high, and the wound could get worse with every second lost.
The immediate danger for these children is not so much the wound as Mr. Fletcher.
Who?
Look at the wound, Watson. It's thin and precise. It was made by a sharp, well-kept blade. Any other blade, less well-kept, would have torn the tissue around it, and its size would be irregular.
So what does that imply?
In this area, who would take such great care with a blade? A butcher, of course. And the only butcher in the area is Samuel Fletcher, who at this moment is replacing a window that has been forced open. He's a man to hold grudges, as anyone around here will tell you.
The children are in danger.
A man as skillful with a knife as a butcher, and with a bad reputation to match, could easily strike a fatal blow by cutting the child's jugular. If he hasn't done it, it's surely because these little thieves broke into his shop at night to steal a piece of meat. The poor lighting in this area saved them. I can assure you that Mr. Fletcher has spent the day trying to trace these children, and if he finds them, wounds will be the least of their problems.
That's true. What do you want? Don't let the butcher find us.
Okay, so for the Blackmailer Achievement, we had to pick the afraid option for the children.
Justice is sometimes harsh, young man. If the police hear about this breaking and entering, they will see Mr. Fletcher's side of the story.
No! Don't call the police. Please, mister. We don't want to end up in prison.
I'm looking for a certain Kurtz.
I can't tell you, mister.
In that case, I must take the side of justice. You and your brother are thieves.
All right, don't call the police. Kurtz is a dangerous madman. He's called the Colonel round here. I heard he was in the Boer War in Africa. He lives in Batty Street next to the wine shop. The way he smells, he must be a good customer.
Good. Watson, see to the wound. Never mind about the police.
Okay, Kurtz lives in Batty Street, next door to the wine merchant.
We must protect these children from that butcher, Holmes.
It won't be necessary. I've had dealings with Samuel Fletcher before now. He's not the monster I've made him out to be. If he had wanted to kill them, he would have done so, even in dim light. By wounding the little thief, he wanted to warn him never to set foot in his shop again. Forget Mr. Fletcher, Watson.
You mean you lied to frighten those poor children?
Exactly. Clever, wasn't it?
Alright, so I think... yeah, we're gonna go see the butcher now.
Well, mister, that's a mighty fine outfit you're wearing there. You stand out like a sore thumb, and that's no lie. Watch that you don't get it all dirtied up, but you'd be welcome to come back to my place. It's not far, and I'd sponge it down for you.
Don't go back to Daddy's place. You'll get malaria.
Thank you, madam. I'm certain that you would make a very good job of it. That will not be necessary, however. But your thought was a kind one.
We'd best be leaving now, sir.
Here, please accept this sovereign as a token of my gratitude for your concern.
Well, I never. Thank you. That's right generous of you, my lordship.
You are very welcome, madam.
Madam, he calls me. Bless my garters. What a gent.
If you're ready now, sir.
Yes, let us go.
What a remarkable man, the Prince Woodville, to talk to such a woman as though she was an equal.
Let's find Batty Street. Batty Street.
My God, Holmes, it's appalling. And the smell. But what can have happened here?
Stay calm, Watson. Take note of every detail and be careful not to move anything.
Very well, Holmes.
Alright, so we have an auto save there. We'll save here just in case. And I'll delete the original save. Alrighty. Now, let's inspect the scene of the crime here.
A torn piece of a letter.
Okay. Colonel, I have heard that the heads of the Milan or mainland commando do not appreciate your operating methods. Methods that they judge as being too expeditious, even cruel. We are defending our land. Our cause is wholly unjust. We need combatants who are honorable and motivated, not wealth-hungry assassins. There is no room here for opportunists like you.
It seems to be a letter of dismissal.
Grapes! What are they doing there?
Someone wrapped some meat up in this newspaper. The blood is still fresh. This is yesterday's newspaper. An old photo. It's written to our comrade Jeremy Kurtz from Commando J. Milan, Bloemfontein, 1883.
Kurt served as a Boer commando. He fought against his country.
The dog's bowl is empty. Someone brought food for the dogs, probably just before the fight broke out.
And just after they had been fed, they attacked a man to eat him. Incredible.
Let us look at our deduction board, Watson.
Alright, so we have another deduction board investigating into Kurt's murder. So, murders have poison that causes madness. Dogs were fed just before the murder. So the dogs must have been poisoned, and well, my guess is the dogs must have been poisoned, and they had a fight with the Kurtz guy.
The material on this tray is rather odd. Small burnt balls.
A pipe with a strange smell.
A small burner. There can be no doubt. Judging by the material on the tray and the pipe, the man smoked opium.
Opium? I doubt if this man could have made his drug here. He would have needed a real laboratory. This part is in shreds. The skin tissue has decomposed, yet the death is recent.
The skin was deeply torn.
What a horrible wound. What a horrible wound. This part is in shreds.
The skin was deeply Size 9. Hobnail boots like those worn by labourers.
What a horrible wound.
Size 9. Hobnail boots like those worn by labourers. This bandage is a day or two old, no more. This bandage is a day or... Please take note, Watson.
The same finger that we found at the Bishop of Knightsbridge's house. Holmes! This part is in shreds. The skin tissue has decomposed, yet the death is recent. This part is in shreds. The skin... What terrible wounds! The dogs must have been rabid.
It is a dog bite. I can see the tooth marks. Only a dog could inflict so deep a wound, but it appears that the wound was gnawed at afterwards.
My deduction chart is incomplete, Holmes. We are missing an important detail.
Let's return to the clinic and ask if our friend might lend us his morgue for 2 hours.
What are you going to do?
I'm torn between a nap and a picnic.
Oh, I've had enough, Holmes.
The next step of our investigation, Watson, leads us inevitably to a post-mortem. As you're well aware, in the instance where a body's vital organs no longer function, every minute is vital. Be quick now and procure the room, while I arrange the transport.
Very well. I will see you later. Ah, Grant, you are still here. I need to ask a favor from you.
What sort of favor, my dear friend?
Might I use your morgue for a couple of hours? It concerns an affair of the greatest
Use the morgue? Whatever for? Letting you poke your nose in everywhere is one thing, but closing my eyes to I don't know what unsavory practices.
No, it's nothing like that.
No, it isn't possible, sorry.
Grant, listen to me.
Don't insist. Where do you think you are? Perhaps because you come from the rich area, you think you are entitled to do whatever you like. But here in Whitechapel, it's the real world, you understand? The real world, where we have to take risks. Do you even know what that means? And this shabby health centre where I've been stagnating for years, it's a public establishment under my authority, for whatever that's worth. I am responsible for it. Responsible, do you understand?
Of course I understand, Grant.
Good.
I understand, first and foremost, that you are a coward.
What?
A coward, I said, sitting on your backside behind a desk for years, complaining about your fate without even trying to change a single thing about it.
I won't allow you.
And you dare to talk to me about risks? I, who was wounded in Afghanistan while in Her Majesty's service, and who, for a great many years, has taken part in some of the most dangerous criminal investigations the country has ever known.
But
As for being responsible, as you call it, it begins with doing your job properly, particularly when one is a doctor and caring for the poorest people within our society. The real life? Ha ha! Don't make me laugh. I am a doctor too, Grant, don't forget. And I'm ashamed of my profession when I see the state of this centre.
it's not my...
So, your disgusting morgue, you are going to allow me to use it, dear friend, because I urgently need it for a vitally important affair that is way over your head, and whether it pleases you or not. Understood?
If you want to be like that about it, do whatever you like. I wash my hands of the entire thing.
That doesn't surprise me. This is a dismal place. Have you ever carried out a post-mortem, Holmes? It requires a great deal of precision.
Don't worry, I learn quickly. Hand me a bone saw.
Okay, well, hope he knows what he's doing. Check here. Okay, small ropes pressure, ugh.
I must clean the body first.
Oh, okay.
I must mark the places to cut.
Ah, okay. Now we can use a scalpel here and here.
My notches are ready. No, I can't do that.
Are these the notches? Oh, yep, these are the notches.
No, I can't do that.
The pepit?
No, I can't.
Oh wait, we have to continue. Oh god. Oh, that's gross. Okay, now we can. No?
No, I can't do that.
It's a pepit? Ah, okay.
This liquid found in the lungs should be able to tell us.
Alright, I guess we use it for this. No.
No, I can't
Yeah,
do
because
that.
we have to scalpel that out more. Ugh. And we can, oh my god.
A ball of paper swallowed recently.
Alright, well, let's check that. 13 Burner Street. Okay. Kurt's map.
What should we do next, Holmes?
I must analyze the contents of my...
Oh, so I guess we, is there, yeah, here we go.
Chemistry. And smells as bad as the one in our sitting room at Baker Street.
Yeah, we just do that here.
This liquid found in the lungs should be able to
Yeah, so we do the same thing as we did with the, oh fuck, the bottle with the poison on it. So we do also do that. So we put that here, and we like before we count how many of these chemicals or stimulants or whatever they're called, how many of these are, and or these components there are from each of these bottles, and check the results there, total amount on here. Okay. 4 blues and 1 silver. Blues, 1 silver. Five greens, 2 browns, and 2 silvers. That was like a lot of them. Okay. 4 greens, 2 blues, and 1 silver. 4 greens, 1 silver, and 2 blues. Two browns and 2 silvers. and 1 silver.
Poison.
So this one's also poison. Results of the analysis of the poison that was administered to the Bishop of Knightsbridge. A substance that provokes a heightened aggression close to madness. Substantial fatal. In this case, death by cardiac arrest. Results of the analysis of the poison that was administered to Kurtz. Oh, I guess that's a new note administered, new thing written on the same note as the Bishop of Knightsbridge. So administered to Kurtz, a substance that provokes a heightened aggression close to madness, considerably heightened the subject's muscular strength, provokes extreme degeneration of skin tissue following deep wounds, substance non-fatal. Oh, okay. So it's not like something that causes cardiac arrest, but something that causes degeneration of skin tissue, followed by the deep wounds. Alright, so now we go back to the deduction board for Kurtz. I have lungs. The man was poisoned by a mixture of opium and poison. So I think the old man wouldn't matter because he's an opium addict. And accomplices by him. I think they prepared a pipe for him, and then man was poisoned by his accomplices. I think. Or they murdered him. Oh, okay. Here, I'll go back up here. Okay, lungs. There are traces of opium in Kurtz's lungs. Man is poisoned by a mixture of opium and poison.
That was a most instructive post-mortem. This man was murdered by his accomplices because of his missing finger.
I see. He was overly conspicuous, walking around with a bandaged hand, as the police would have been looking for a man with a missing finger. But how did they manage to disguise the murder by making it look like a dog attack?
The post-mortem revealed the presence of poison in his system. Everything points to it being a less potent form of the poison we found in the bishop's rooms. This man died as much from the poison as from fighting against those animals. I believe this new version of the substance provokes such a rage that the victim attacks anything in his path, and in this instance it was dogs. We're dealing with sorcerers' apprentices whose creations are ever-evolving. They are attempting to obtain a particular effect, and they try out their formulae on human guinea pigs.
You're saying that his accomplices forced him to drink it?
No, he took it himself, voluntarily. The poison wasn't to be found in his blood, but in his lungs. I also discovered numerous traces of opium.
I'm beginning to see. They mixed this horrible poison with his opium, knowing that he would soon smoke it to ease the pain caused by his wound.
Exactly. And such a profound knowledge of both chemistry and toxicology is uncommon. Very well. We know the reason and the manner, but we're really not any further ahead. How will we find the two other men who murdered the bishop? By going to 13 Burner Street. It is in this area.
But where did you get that address, Holmes?
From his stomach.
I see. He wanted to get rid of the address.
No, he wanted revenge.
I don't follow you.
When the man with the missing finger began to feel the effects of the poison, he knew that he was going to die, and he knew that there would be a post-mortem. Shall we go?
Yeah, we'll continue where we left off in the 13 Burner Street. And I'll see you guys next time in the next part of the Let's Play of the Testament of Sherlock Holmes. And we'll see you guys later.